Thank you. How many people here have been to a San Francisco Scottish Fiddlers concert before? Oh boy. The rest of you are in for a little bit of shock therapy, I think. So first of all, we define the ground rules for the procedures that we follow. There are none. This is it may look like an orchestra, but it isn't. It's an anarchistic, joyous, rebellious bunch of fiddle players and cellists and guitars and flutes and concertinas and percussion who are having a great time going deep into the music and calling upon you to exhibit ethnic behavior. So if you get an urge, an inexplicable urge this evening to stand up on your chair and emit a Scottish sound, yeah, go for it. But just in all seriousness, this is it's a beautiful thing to follow the fiddle. That's our slogan. It's been my slogan for years, even from when I didn't know it was a slogan. It was just something that I did, and I was fortunate enough to play the fiddle, which is the same as a violin. Let's just lay that one to rest right from the beginning. The only difference is maybe the ability of the player to stay up really late at night. And if you follow the fiddle and you hold on to it and you let it vibrate and you give it its head like a horse, it will lead you to the most amazing places. There is not a culture on this planet, I don't think, that doesn't somehow express its heart and soul by means of an instrument like this, or an instrument that makes it sound by means of dragging the tail of a horse across the intestines of a cat. So you immediately know you're onto something different. But it has worked. For hundreds of years, it has worked. And if you let it lead you, it will lead you down through the centuries. You can reach down and out, and you can touch the ancestors. You can dance with them. You can feel the same things they felt. You can witness things. The fiddle is a great witness, has been a great witness to many, many things. So we're going to follow it tonight, and it'll lead us into intimate spaces and sacred spaces, healing spaces, soothing spaces, and wild spaces where it makes people do things they never thought they would do that night. And it gets itself banned, it gets itself labeled the devil's box. The minister on the Isle of Skye, who I always talk about because it's such a great window into the power of this instrument, he burned all the fiddles on the Isle of Skye in the 19th century because they were creating too many great acts of promiscuity. So we're going to keep the lights up a wee bit. So we're going to follow that. It's called the Devil's Box. The Devil's Elbow plays the fiddle. It's been banned in so many cultures. So you know you're onto something good. Thanks for coming along. And we'll continue now with a beautiful slow reel called the JB reel and a jig called the Shepherdess. Thank you. So, as you might have gathered, the central thrust of our music making is Scottish, tunes from Scotland. But we do like to look at the wider, the bigger picture, and the diaspora, the Scottish diaspora. Scots show up everywhere. But there's more to it than that. Of course, every nation, every culture is expressing their own heart and soul with their own music and language and dialect. And we're going to nip across now from Scotland over to Spain, where they're witnessing, as is Scotland, a kind of a new renaissance. And the Spanish condition has been wrestling for years with many oppressive forces, and one in particular in more recent times was that of General Franco, who had a devastating effect on many things, almost everything in Spain. But when the fiddle is an amazing litmus test, really. The music, the language, the dialects, the health of and the vibrance of these art forms will show signs if there's oppression or repression in the air. And the fiddles suffered, the languages suffered, the songs suffered. People were banned from speaking certain dialects, as happened in Scotland. People were banned from playing certain tunes, and so on and so forth. There was fear, a climate of fear throughout Spain. But now the Spanish are shaking it off, as are the Scots and many other cultures. And they're standing up and saying, we just want to play our tunes and sing our songs and speak our language. And many of the languages are on the rise again. And the Galicians are on the rise. They're playing their tunes, and we're going to play a Galician tune next. But I have to mention that I go to Spain a lot, and I see the Asturians dusting off their bagpipes, and the Catalonians going for it, and the Castilians, and the Galicians, and it's amazing. So we're going to play a tune from Galicia. Just imagine the Galicians dancing in the plaza in Santiago at the end of your long walk along the Camino de Santiago. And you get there and you find the gaitas and the fiddles going at it. And so we're going to play the 250 to Vigo. It happens to be written by a Scotsman, but... Thanks. And now to take us to the heart of the matter with a very fine song, please welcome Rob Godfrey.
This is a Robert Burns song. Miss Mary Morrison. Oh, Mary, at thy window be, it is the wish the Christ did pour. Those smiles and glances, let me see, that mock the miser's treasure pour. How blithely would I bide the stir, a weary slave race on to sun. Could I the rich reward secure, the lovely Mary Morrison, yestreen when to the trembling string the dance gate through the lighted hall. To thee my fancy took its wing, I sat but neither heard nor saw, though this was fair and that was braw, and yon the toast of all the tune. I sighed and said among them all, ye are na Mary Morrison. Oh, Mary, canst thou wreck his peace, wha for thy sake would gladly die? Or canst thou break that heart o' his, was only fault his love in thee? If love for love thou wilt not gie, at least for me shown, for a thought ungentle cannot be, the thought of Mary Morrison. If love for love thou wilt not gie, at least be pity for me show, a thought ungentle cannot be, the thought of Mary Morrison.